You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, GH fans, I've got your 2-week spoilers for September 9th through the 20th. We've got Jason in yet another dilemma, Holly ready to run a death ahead, and Anna making a huge misstep. It is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and let's dive right in with the action. Coming on Monday, September the 9th, Curtis is talking to Portia because she is increasingly obsessed and distracted about the Heather Weber issue. Very understandably, but Curtis thinks she's basically putting her life on hold for this fixation, and he has talked to Heather, and I do think that he's in the same frame of mind as Trina, that Heather is no longer a threat, although we all know she is. She was a nutcase a long time before that hip was replaced, but you know, the powers that be at General Hospital seem dead set on redeeming Heather, and I do like Allie Mills, and I wouldn't mind her around. Kristina has a big fight with Alexis and Molly is blowing up at Alexis and just completely outraged. And again, she, is worried that her mom was supporting Kristina in this effort to keep the baby, and she insists she wasn't. But the thing is, Alexis is giving Kristina a lot more attention simply because she is deeply troubled, and that's hard for Molly. You know how it is in any sibling situation, there's always one that sucks up all the oxygen because they are problematic. Everybody has one in their family unless you are an only child. And Kristina makes a confession about something, and Rick and Curtis have a talk at the gym. It looks very serious, and of course, they are both very stressed out about what TJ and Molly have gone through. We'll see how it goes. TJ talks to Rick on Monday, and basically he is at the gym pumping iron, maybe boxing. I don't know what he's doing because he wants to get out all his frustrations so he doesn't go after Kristina. He clearly is still blaming her for the death of his daughter. Chase suspects that Anna might be chasing the wrong suspects after Rick and Liz came in last week to tell him about the gun they saw Alexis dumping. However, Anna is extremely focused on Sonny as her top suspect, as she should be, because we all know he's the killer. Anna brought Jason back to the cop shop with her while she was ransacking Sonny's place with that warrant. Diane's going to show up, and boy, does she need to get Jason out of there because he's got the murder weapon in his pocket, and they need to get that taken care of before Anna gets her hands on it. And Jordan finds the assassin, looks like, in Isaiah's room, and she is going to chase him out. They need to get some protection on John Doe, and Jordan is also very intent on finding out who he is. Lucky is stunned. Holly is there. Looks like she's trying to get a diamond out of Ulrich Sidwell's safe, and of course, Laura's getting closer to finding him. So there's a whole, conflagration of characters coming over there, and Alexis is under scrutiny, and I think that Chase is going to tell Anna about the new testimony about this gun. Tuesday, September 10th, Anna is disappointed about something. Maybe it's the fact that she doesn't have proof to arrest Sonny. Carly goes to Brennan for his help, and she might even open up and be honest with him, about what Jagger was doing, and that, she is covering. He's not going to like her covering with Sonny because he wants her for himself. Molly has suspicions and speaks up about it. And is this about Kristina and her murder plans for Ava? And Jason and Liz get together and swap some information. I'm sure she's going to tell him what she and Rick saw about Alexis dropping the gun. And of course, Jason's going to be annoyed that Rick wanted to report it to the cops and Liz went along with it. And Michael tries to talk Kristina down. He is pleading with her, and she remains murderous. I think this is this weird situation where it's, survivor's guilt, some PTSD about what happened, probably some postpartum depression because of all the hormonal things and the grief. And she has decided to make Ava the brunt of it when Kristina should not have ever been in the position for any of this to happen. But Kristina is not really a good decision maker. We've all seen that over the years, no matter what actress is in the role. Wednesday, September 11th, Molly is questioning questioning exactly what Rick's motives were for going to the police about Alexis and the gun. And he's an officer of the court. So is Molly. And that's how he explained it to Liz to convince her. And I think he's going to come back and go, look, this was the right thing to do. And if your mom didn't do anything, then she's got nothing to worry about. So Alexis is going to be pretty mad at Rick as well. And, they already weren't happy to see each other. Brennan has an update for Carly. It looks like he checked into something to try and help her. And again, he's still just trying to get a dinner date. Liz has a talk with Willow and opens up to her. And Ava catches a break. So hopefully she's not going to be on the hook for anything to do with Kristina. And Anna and Jordan are working to find out who killed Jagger. Of course, we all know who it is. And who is this mystery man who is Dr. Isaiah Gannon. Thursday, September 12th, Tracy calls an urgent meeting at Deception. And she's rubbing BLQ the wrong way by getting that elocution coach in for her mom, Lois. And speaking of Lois, she and her daughter, Brooklyn, have a very serious chat that same day. Sasha surprises Cody. Hope it's a sexy surprise. I like them. They're very sweet as, not necessarily front burner, but side characters, and I hope their romance progresses more soon. Jason gets another mission, and maybe it's from Sonny, because Sonny keeps having him, cover up for this killing. But because of the word mission, I'm very curious if he agrees to do some sort of job for Brennan if he helps to end this kerfuffle over Jagger's slaying. Joss goes over to talk to her big brother, Michael, and I'm sure it is her upset about Carly covering for Sonny, but Michael definitely knows his dad killed Jagger, and I wonder if he is going to be circumspect or tell Joss. The worst thing he can do is tell Joss, because she cannot keep her mouth shut. Friday, September 13th, Lois and Tracy are arguing. Sonny makes someone a promise about something, and Anna confronts Brennan and makes a demand. I am so glad they have Charles Major on contract. He is so sexy, and I just love his character. He's so impish and roguish. He's like Valentine 2.0. And Chase hauls in a suspect while Mac makes an arrest. Unless they are together doing this, it looks like one suspect, one arrest. Chase has his eye on Alexis, and Mac and his brother Robert definitely want Sonny to go down for this crime. So we'll see how it goes and who is hauled in. None of them are going to crack under pressure. The second week of spoilers for September 16th through 20th have Rick with an ulterior motive for coming to Port Charles. Now, at a glance, we all think it is about him getting back together with Liz. That's pretty obvious, though, so maybe it is something else, maybe some lingering thirst for revenge, because we do know that he despises his half-brother Sonny, and the feeling is mutual. Rick's always been jealous of him, so maybe he's in town to make trouble. And tragedy strikes. That's the same spoiler we had for last week, and last week it was about Kate's death, although, most fans and everybody in Port Chuck didn't see it as a tragedy. They do not miss the man. So maybe this spoiler is pointing us closer to the untimely death of Sam McCall after GH ditched Kelly Monaco after 2 decades of good work on the soap. And despite her sizable fan base, I know petitions are circling, and the powers that be and the producers at GH and ABC Daytime are being bombarded with angry fan messages protesting her firing. Maybe they will bring her back as another character, but I don't think fans are going to like that. They want Sam specifically and Chemo in the role. GH gets a new doctor, and my money is that it's going to be the handsome Dr. Isaiah Gannon, who right now is John Doe because he is unconscious and they have no idea who he is. I did mention in my predictions this week that I wondered if he could be a new love interest for Jordan. Maybe they brought her in somebody at last. She definitely deserves some affection in her life. And GH can definitely do with another doctor since Finn was shown the door after falling off the wagon, and Portia is very distracted by her well-deserved hatred of Heather Weber. Look for more angst and missteps in the investigation of Jagger's murder. It takes the PCPD a while to figure things out, and the Teflon Don has a way of sidestepping consequences. Sonny literally gets away with murder all the time. I'm wondering if we may get an 11th hour hasty wedding of Carly Harley and Sonny for her to avoid testifying against him. If they do that, it would be a third revival of that storyline. Lucky should be back in Port Charles soon as he and Holly get away from old Rich Sidwell. Laura and Kevin are nearby searching for him. So the question is, will they all meet up and then head back to Port Charles together? And will Lucky be annoyed to find Rick already at Elizabeth's side looking for a reunion? And there is more dirty tasks ahead for Jason to be assigned before this Sonny murder plot wraps up. Holly is ready to run with that diamond. We'll see if she gets away scot-free. Those are all of our 2-week spoilers. Please drop your comments. Please subscribe if you're not following us, and come back soon. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt talking General Hospital with you 7 days a week.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.